Hi, Ginger. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our December National Meeting Night. So great to see everybody. And if you've got some people behind you making noise, I'm going to mute you. I will mute you. Don't be offended because we're recording this. So welcome. This is the most fun time of year because we have all these people shopping right now, and it's just fun to see who we can help. I got emails from 2 husbands today who really need my help to make their wives happy. I love that they're thinking ahead. I'm sure there'll be plenty more of that where that came from. And we have new jewelry already. We have a short month, but that means that more fun stuff is going to be coming. And so this is just, and then we get to dive into January. So to me, this is like the most fun time of the whole year. I just really love it. Okay, let's see. We've got some more people. So if y'all can mute as you hop on, love to have you, and be great to have. Great, here we go. And so what I wanted to do was to start off real quickly and do a couple congratulations. We had some promotions this past month, and I wanted to recognize Emily Miller, a new group leader in Estero, Florida, yay. And also Jacqueline Strominger, her upline, is senior director in Reno, Nevada. Whoop, whoop. Yay, Jacqueline, congratulations. And what I wanted to do was to unmute both of them. I'm not going to mute them. I'm going to unmute both of them. I'm trying to unmute Emily. Oh, there we go. And I'm unmute Jacqueline. Yes. And I told them I was going to ask them a quick question and to get a quick answer, so we don't, because we could talk to them both all night long about how did they do this. But I wanted to find out, Emily, you first. You've been with the company for 15 months, maybe? How long has it been?
Actually, it's been about 20 months.
20 months. And you started when you were living up north in the Northeast.
Yes, when I was living in Maine.
Right. And you were having fun and you were learning the ropes and all that. And then things changed. You moved to Florida. Yes. and shifted gears and shifted your mindset. And I was interested to find out, how was your mindset different over these last couple of months to get you to where you were ready to be a group leader?
It took a commitment and a decision that at the end of August I said, right, this is it. I want to be a group leader. So I'm going to do the training every week. I'm going to make sure I check in with Jacqueline regularly and just do whatever I can to follow up with people and to make connections and get out of my comfort zone.
What kind of comfort zone did you have to get out of?
I work from home a lot, and so I had to actually leave the house, put the jewelry on, and it's true, the jewelry sells itself because the number of women who just randomly spoke to me, and so then I got really good at getting their numbers, following up with them, and booking parties. Yeah.
Wow. A year ago, could you have believed that you would have gotten out of your comfort zone to that degree?
No, I don't think I could have done.
And how do you feel about yourself having accomplished all that?
I felt really good. Yeah, I was reflecting with my husband this earlier. It was great.
Oh, that's great. Well, congratulations. We're so excited for you. And I get to see you on Sunday at our big Florida training. So even better, we will celebrate there too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'll be really fun. And then Jacqueline Strominger, you started, similar story, Jacqueline, you started 2 years ago, right? You had come from another company and you too moved from the Boston area out to Reno, Nevada a little over a year ago. What kind of mindset did you have to build a whole new business in a whole new area?
You just have to go for it. You just have to make the decision. I made the decision before I moved out here that I was going to build a business out here. And then just made a plan as to what I was going to do each month to go out and meet people. Mm-hmm. And put that into place. And then each month kept working towards meeting more people and then working with the people on our team who you know, and letting them spread the sparkle, you know, and it just started to grow. And it's kind of funny now because people ask me, like some of my friends that have lived actually in Reno forever, like have never left, or maybe left just for college and came back. They will tell me that I know more people than they do.
Mm-hmm. Right. And that was a deliberate decision on your part, wasn't it?
Very deliberate.
It was kind of like what Emily did, which is out of your comfort zone, go meet people.
Yeah, I mean, you like from day one when we landed here, I literally had the little lookbooks with me, and I was talking to the ladies at the coffee place at the hotel. It was the lady who talked to me about my ring at BJ's or Costco, because they don't have BJ's here. Costco. I mean, it was, you just take a deep breath and say, hi, I am Jacqueline, or hi, I am, oh, here, you know, you just, and you may stumble and you may fumble, but then you just figure out what's going to work best for you or what doesn't work, and just, you know, rinse and repeat to get it to where it becomes natural.
Right. Right. And the thread that I hear is that it's all about the new people, meeting the new people all the time. Continually meeting people.
I think it's about continually meeting new people, but the other part of it, and I think this is one thing that I feel like is really important about our business. It's all about making those connections with people. It's the connection. So even if it's the people at your parties, they're the people that you're meeting, it's finding a way for you to make a connection with them, to maybe to learn a little bit, listen a little bit. This business is about making connections. And like, as Emily had, you know, got out of her house, it's and connecting, having that human connection.
Right. Beautiful. I love it. Well, congratulations, Jacqueline. I know how hard you've worked, and I have loved watching you achieve it and grow and learn the whole way. So it's very exciting. Congratulations. Absolutely. So, Lindsey and I wanted to run through some really fun things right now. And the first thing I wanted to do was to show you some jewelry. This business is all about people, but the reality is the jewelry is the bait, right? We get to go fish in a lot of ponds in people's living rooms to help to grow teams, to help women build businesses, things like that, and to have fun and to make new friends. But the jewelry is the bait. So I wanted to show you a few fun things that I happen to have here. This is a new necklace. Don't ask me any names. I have no idea. But again, we have the beautiful polished backs. And this one has the really neat, isn't that cool, Ginger? I could see that on you. Whoa, with your coloring, that would be amazing. So this one can be longer or shorter because of the kind of a clasp it has, which is no clasp at all. I'm in love. I'm obsessing over this bracelet. Love these colors so much. I'm such a pink and yellow girl that I'm kind of salivating over all the pinks and yellows. We have some new blues that I just love. Don't ask me the names. Laguna might be one of them. The other one, I have no idea. I think the Laguna is the brighter blue. So they are totally fun. I'm wearing a new necklace right here. Sorry, my double.
Hey, Betsey, I was checking out on the catalog online, and I just wanted to point, one of those blue bracelets actually comes in a small.
Oh, nice. I wonder, did anybody notice how many pieces actually are, how many ice bracelets we now have? Is it now 5?
6.
6?
6 small.
So here is another one similar. I think they're getting the feedback that these clasps that are adjustable are really great. And you got to understand, I'm selling a lot of these adjustable clasps to women who are buying them for their mothers who cannot do these clasps anymore. And these things are just, all they have to do is zoop and zoop, and they can put it around their head. They don't have to do any, I just think it's wonderful. And again, it really extends our reach as a product line, and I just love that. I think it's wonderful. Here's another one, similar kind of a thing. Who else? There's a really good football game going on. Let me find out. No mute. I'm sifting through here to see who hasn't used it. So, okay. All right. So let me show you this next piece. So now did you notice we have a lot of blue? And here we go. So I'm trying to maneuver my my screen at the same time as showing you jewelry. Sorry, I need an assistant. These blues in here are so amazing. I know. Yes, they are, Wendy. Fabulous. We have a lot of sea life types of things. We've got this cute little one with the starfish. I'm suspecting I'm going to be wearing that in Florida this weekend. Don't you think, Wendy? Yeah.
I think I have to have it.
I think you do. And some other pieces. And then we have the cute little flip-flop. We've had flip-flops before. I know, Ginger, I'm the same way. Because, you know, the starfish, of course, is our logo. Whoops. My glasses aren't helping, but somehow this actually does lay flat. I'm just not getting it correct. Super cute. Yes, the turtle. I know, right, Michelle? Because you guys live near where all the sea turtles come up on the beach, right? And Lisa loves all the colors. This one is very lightweight, but very high impact in the color. Again, the blue, I know this horse is so cute. I thought the ice cream cone was going to be really cute for all the little, the 12-year-olds. You know, I think those kinds of things are going to be great stocking stuffers. This one here is, we did get one gold piece so far, and this has a Ralph Lauren look to it.
Love it.
I think is really great looking. Classy, very elegant. It's the bright gold. And then I have one more to show you.
I love all the gold. I got a lot of customers who like gold.
And is this the cover piece? I've barely looked at the cover yet. Is that the cover piece? Oh yeah, Fareed was like, yeah.
That's stunning.
That's which clients are going to love all that. Yeah, great. I mean, the crystals are really gorgeous. So here's the thing. What we want to suggest to you is the same thing that we did before we all went to Glam Jam last year. And Glam Jam is our national conference that kicked off the fall winter catalog. And there were a lot of us who intentionally in July booked a launch for the new catalog and 4 more parties in the month of August. And we're so grateful that we made that a priority during the month of July, because their August catalog launches took off. They booked parties from those August parties for September and into October, and it built a great fall selling season for them. So what we want to do is pose the same challenge to each one of you. Be thinking LP +4, launch party +4 for January. And the way to do that is starting right now. On Wednesday night, I'm going to host a Party Up Work Night. They just gave us the digital link to the spring summer catalog. Can't sell out of it yet, but we can sure show it to people who we want to book a party with. So on Wednesday night, we're going to be talking all about our January calendar, where we're going to stick our parties, and who we're going to be offering parties. So we're going to sit and work together on Zoom to get those parties booked. But so launch party +4, let's think about it. Let's pretend you do 5 parties. You do your own launch party, which means you get all the host jewelry, right? So you can add really quickly to your own supply of jewels, which is a great thing. And then you do 4 more parties. Let's say on average, they're $750. So let's say now you've got 5 parties in the month of January at $750 a piece. Who can do the math? That's $1,500, $3,000. Is that $4,250? Somebody do the math really fast. $4,250. $750 times 5 is 750 times 5. $3,750. Thank you. So $3,750 in sales. They're going to have a lot of incentives for sales in the month of January. We don't know what they are, but you know they're going to be blingy, fun things. $3,750 in sales is going to get you a lot, but it's also going to earn you 30% income on that $3,750, which gives you times 0.3, $1,125 in income in January. Would that pay for your Christmas bills? Would that pay for a little trip, a little getaway for you and your husband? What would that pay for? Would that help you make a down payment on the car that you really need for January? Getting these parties on the calendar for January would make all the difference in your income, and it'll give you a boost for February and March parties, because when you're at those 5 parties, they're all going to see all of this beautiful new jewelry in the new catalogs, and they're going to want to do their own parties as well in February and March. So I want to challenge you to consider strongly whether you are game. And if you are game to do LP+4 for January, I want you to post in the chat that that's your plan, is LP+4 for January, so we know that that's your goal, because we want to help you get there. And hopefully you can be on the call with me on the same Zoom on Wednesday night, 7:30 to 8:45. We're all going to be reaching out for January parties. So that's where we are on this. Okay, the next thing is, Lindsey, do you want to talk about last minute booking ideas and how we can make the most of December sales? Because we have a lot more that we could be selling for the month of December.
Sure. So do any of you have something that you've just done that for December, a last minute party that has worked really well that you wanted to share really quick? Anyone?
Who've done some fun things.
So I will say, based on Lindsey and Lori, especially, I started my 12 days of Christmas and have gotten sales from people who have never bought from me before.
Wow.
So I'm a little excited about that.
Are you offering discounts, or what are you just sort of offering, like a highlight? You're just highlighting?
So I have a list of what I want to do. And day one, I did any birthstone bracelets for $25 instead of $30. And then was buy one, get one, or buy one wrap, get the next one half price.
Okay.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. Maybe spend $100, get the next item 50 off instead of 30 off. But since Lindsey also brought it up, have you guys found in the past that it's better to build up the 12 days, or does it really matter? Just spread them out, like.
It matters.
It doesn't. Yep. It doesn't matter.
Okay, good.
There's no rhyme or reason have I found that there's any, like the days that they're paying attention or that you hit a piece that they want is when they buy it.
Perfect. And I'm digging your aura there, Lindsey.
Don't you love it? It's my orb. My built-in filter. Oh my gosh. But that the 12 days of Christmas, and it's not a guarantee that people are going to get orders from doing that, right? It's all about the customer base and, catching them at the right time, or you're posting when they're looking. There's so many different factors that go into it, but it doesn't hurt. That's for sure. Yeah. And oftentimes you're surprised at who's really paying attention. That's, putting that order in. Yeah. So I love that. An easy way for extra sales. That doesn't take any time, really.
Lindsey, I've been reaching out to husbands.
Yes.
To say, let me keep you out of the doghouse.
Yep. I love that.
Give me some price points and whether your wife likes gold or silver, and I'll make some recommendations for you.
I just shared the new catalog with one of my friends at lunch today. Huh? I'm just texting her sons to tell her what she needs out of the current catalog.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
That's I love that too. And I booked a party at a bar, kind of barish restaurant that's close to here for all of my friends' husbands.
Oh.
So, I figured they're going to be strangers in there too. And I did a Monday night football night. So that way there's better chances of men being out randomly.
That's a great idea. Like a sports bar kind of a place, and try to get in there during a big game night, or maybe even on a Sunday afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But just if you have a place that's local to you that will let you go in, or maybe you have a relationship with an owner or something, see if you can go into there. It doesn't hurt at all, an hour or two, and then you put a message out to all of your friends, letting them know, tell their husbands to come up this time to shop.
Yeah.
And I bought little gift bags and little cards and tissue paper so that I can give them to all of their gifts wrapped up and ready to go. So I'm doing cash and carry straight off the table for them, just so that way they can have it.
That's cute.
And then let me think of some of the other good, fun ideas. Oh, people that that who has that holiday work gathering, or has the few girlfriends that they're going to go get drinks with, as the weeks wind down and get closer to it. So this Thursday night or Friday night after work, that you can just gather some friends, give them that quick little, last minute shopping opportunity. Oh, so you and 5 friends, it'll be so quick and easy. Each will grab our own glass of wine, and maybe they'll shop some gifts. And in the end, you're going to have, a fun little shopping spree to use for your Christmas, wish list or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And so just make it very casual. It's all about making it very simple for sure. If they think it's very overwhelming or a lot of work that you're adding to their plate, they're definitely going to say no. So as casual as you can make it, and showing them the return for them, for sure.
Right. You can even focus on the idea of just making it 1 hour over at the Mexican restaurant, you know, that kind of thing, where everybody comes and shops for stocking stuffers for an hour and everybody buys their own margarita.
Yep.
Super simple.
And then of course your own. If you haven't done your own, you know, if you haven't done your own yet in December, you definitely have to do your own for sure. And I'm going to do my, Betsey, I'm sure you've seen Betsey always does her Santa sample sale and selling off the retiring pieces. And that's a great way to just, you know, and then the more that they like, you bribe them. Hey, guess what? I'll give you that piece for free. Pick one of my hot dates in January and let's bring in the new year together. You know, you use those items to get those girls that you maybe know well or your great hostesses to get on your calendar in January.
Definitely.
And you send them their own party link right away because you never know of their friends who will start shopping right now.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Exactly. That's great.
Anybody else have a tip they wanted to share of a last minute booking idea? If you guys have just share them on our Facebook page or our team pages so that we can see them, because I love to see everybody's different ideas because they certainly make everybody's wheels start spinning.
Looks like Jacqueline unmuted.
I did. So I was just going to say that I am actually reaching out to, so sort of on the whole thing of like 1 hour office parties. So reaching people, particularly, you know, it's the quick, let's shop for an hour, but also I have a bunch of people who have work in offices that are male dominated. So they can shop, the guys can shop for an hour at lunch. Quick and easy.
That's awesome.
Pop-up shops are also really great to do, either at a hair salon or
The gym.
Your
Office buildings.
skin place.
Real estate offices.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a larger real estate office. Those have been really successful for me.
Yep.
I've done the 12 days of Christmas before, but I'm also kind of spying on other consultants to see how they're doing it. And somebody posted all their January available dates and offered extra pieces of jewelry from the retired line if they book now. And I had never done that before in the 12 days of Christmas, so I did it today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fascinating idea.
Yeah.
And then that plays into the broad spectrum plan of the LP+4.
Yeah.
More.
So we'll see if it works.
That's great. And then Lindsey, you're going to talk about this concept of the power of two, which is really an interesting concept, not something that I've ever seen before. And I'm excited to hear you explain it for us.
So I'm going to do this in a nutshell, the power of two. And I'm sure that you've heard us speak many times about, you know, host coaching and our attendance and party, our average party order per person and pre-party orders and outside orders, but keeping it simple in our heads, you know, if we have a method or, you know, something quick that we can always refer to, thinking about the power of two. And when I say the power of two, I didn't come up with this. Of course, we learned it from our home office, but think about it, the power of two outside orders before the party begins, 2 additional guests at the party, 2 dated bookings at each party, and 2 outside orders after the party. That's your power of 2. And the 2 pre-orders, that's going to make your host excited already. Like, wow, I got these. You know, she's feeling pumped. She's like, oh, people like it. You know, it builds her up. 2 additional guests. Well, with our average party order being $100, it's actually a little higher than $100 right now. But think of it as that being $200. That $200 is $50, $60, or $80 more in your pocket. But it's also $50 or $60 more to your hostess in free jewelry. So it's a big deal to get those 2 more guests at a party. But even more so than that, it's 2 more people that might be interested in booking, 2 more people that you can offer the business to. So it grows exponentially. So focusing on the number of guests there at the party is so important because of what it brings to the host in her, you know, return for her party, to you in opportunities of growing your business forward. And for that, especially that person that decides to, you know, let us follow up with her and talk more to her about joining our sparkly world. So power of two, and that's as simple as that. And what that, just always think of it, what it brings to you. And it all starts with host coaching. Print that host coaching checklist, go through it, get it saved in your phone in 20 different places, and just utilize it and go after it, because it works when your host is coaching well.
That's great.
It really does.
You know what's great about that is that none of it is heroic. We're not saying, oh, you got to get 100 people to the party, or you've got to, get 5 outside orders beforehand. We're just talking about 2 of each of these things, which is only a little bit of a push in any direction. And I think that's important. We don't need to do heroic stuff to reach our goals. We just need to do consistent a few key things consistently and well, but nothing heroic. And so, Lindsey, I love that pattern. I think that's really genius. Thanks.
And I think it is, when we think about it, we are the party expert in their mind, of course. So if we're not setting expectations or showing them how many people to invite or what a great party looks like and what she's going to get in return from that, she doesn't know. So she might think having 2 people at her party is great. Or she might think that, having $300 in sales is great. So us showing her what that party is and being the party expert for her. And again, just by using the tools that we have with Touchstone, you don't have to recreate all this information that you're sharing, but you're sort of setting that expectation, and, then you're helping her with her wish list, and you're showing her, why we're going to do all these things, sort of, and, keeping that focus on the fun and her.
Yep. Love it. That's great. Any thoughts about that? Anybody? Comments or questions? So smart. That's great, Lindsey. Thank you so much. The one last thing we wanted to talk about tonight is sponsoring. And you might go, sponsoring? Why would we want to talk about sponsoring? It's December. Everybody's getting ready for the holidays. Nobody wants to start a business. Oh, yes, they do. Actually, they really do. And we have a number of people who have already come onto the team just for December 1st, December 2nd. And I know of others who are coming on during this week because they want to be able to sell a little bit between now and Christmas. They recognize the value of making that $250 by selling 1,000 by December 19th. And so I want you to think about that. Don't dismiss the idea that people are going to want to join your team over the next few days, because as you're talking to them about an order, about their party, why don't you think about doing this? You can make a little quick hit of money between now and Christmas, and then, branch out after that into the new year to make some money to pay your New Year's bills. So the thing is, we have self-limiting beliefs. And if we say to ourselves, nobody, in quotes, would want to do this starting right now, we have already said it's not going to happen. And we already know what the answer is going to be, which is we're not going to sponsor anybody. But if we believe that there are people out there who could really use the money right now because they're all trying to get a job at Kohl's, then we're far more likely to find them. And that's very important. And not knocking Kohl's, but I can't imagine having to work those kinds of hours, and as hard as that would be. So the other thing I want to really cast vision for you is planting direct seeds with people about joining in January. One of the best things that we can do for people, women, is help them make a decision that they're going to join on January 1st to start their new year strong. New year, new you, new business, new sparkle, new goals, fresh wind, fresh breeze, all that stuff that we need after we make New Year's resolutions. Touchstone Crystal can help women not only earn money, but make more friends, be more social, learn more professional skills, have more fun. And this usually plays into almost everything that women want on January 1st in the new year. There is a way that each of you can find to express this to the people that you really like, that you have met in your business, people that you're selling to right now. And the key is getting them thinking about it now, even if they're not going to do it right now. Because if you can get them to say, you know what, I would love to do it in January, you say, great, I want you to be planning for January then. Let me help you make the plan so that you can start in January strong, hitting it hard, having success, so that by the time you hit the end of January, you're like, whoa, that was fun. I did it. And it will be because we spent an hour in December planning for your January. And so it takes a little bit of persuasion to help women understand that planning for January starts now. But that 1 or 2 hours of planning makes all the difference. They can hit the ground running with their launch party maybe on January 8th, and their party with their sister on January 13th, and their coworker is going to do the party on January 19th. And now suddenly she's got some parties on her calendar to kick it all off with because she planned for it, didn't have to do anything with it, but planned for it in December. We have the privilege of casting vision for women. That's why I say the jewelry is the bait. The goal is moving people forward in their lives. And we get to do that in the month of December and casting vision for their January. So I want you to be thinking as you are selling to people, the jewelry is the bait. Who can I really help in 2020 with a brand new vision for their lives? How can I help them to see with 2020 vision what 2020 could be like for them? And that's going to be on you to figure out with your words, with the heartfelt message that comes comfortably to you. It takes a little practice. It takes a little work. But I want you to dig down into your heart, into your emotions, not just the tally and order, working on the order form, but who can you cast vision for over the next couple of weeks as you're selling jewelry. Okay. So any thoughts about that? Did that stir anything in any of you? Like, what would you say? How would you say it? What would that be like? Who comes to mind? Just, popcorn ideas real quickly about that.
I think one of my biggest struggles is the fact that I don't feel like I'm successful.
Mm-hmm.
If I felt like I was successful and I was doing great in this business, then I think I would have more confidence in talking to other people about it.
Right. Well, let me ask you a question. What does success mean?
Well, I had a good month in November, but I don't consistently have good months of multiple parties. And I think once I finally get to that point where I do get somebody to, I do sponsor somebody, I think that'll give me the confidence that, I can do this. But I'm just.
I totally understand. And you and I've had this conversation, but my question is, what is success? Your definition of success might be something different for that person that you're talking to. It might be that she just wants more friends. And you've probably made some more friends.
Oh, yeah.
She wants some jewelry, and you've probably gotten some jewelry. And she wants some fun, and you've probably gotten some fun, right? Mm-hmm. And so it isn't all about how many parties have we gotten. Have we always? Trust me, I've rarely had a perfect month. I have rarely had a month that I was exactly where I wanted to be, and that's after 11 years. And so I just think that's normal. But what we are helping women come to is where the ground is level, and they can take that and get on that playing field the same way that you and I can, and make it what they want it to be. And maybe all they want is friends, or maybe all they want is a trip. Maybe all they want is more jewelry or something social or professional skills or whatever. And if we're only offering it from the perspective of what we've already attained, we're not offering the full thing at all. I'm not offering the full thing at all, because I don't always get what I want from every month either. So we can't do it based on what we've gotten. We want to do it based on what they could get, what we know is possible for different people. Does that help you to think about it a little bit more broadly?
Yeah, it does. And I think somebody once said, most people don't care about what, like I've done or, you've done. They care about what they can do and what it's going to them. And
exactly.
I guess I just need to think of it differently.
Yeah. Yep. Change the way you see success, because I don't think that we have to be some kind of perfect model for anybody. I think what we're talking about is a wonderful opportunity, and then we're all learning how to work it together. And that's what's important. Anybody else? One last thought or idea about that, and then we'll wrap up. Well, ladies, have a wonderful week. We are really excited, and we're here to help you. If you need more ideas, let us know what they would be. But we really want to encourage you to be planning in your 8-week calendar between now and January 31st, 31 days in January. Be thinking now about what your January is going to look like and use all of your contacts to make all that happen, because you're going to be really glad that you did. So Lindsey, thank you. Love seeing you as always. Thanks, ladies.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. We'll see you soon. And congratulations, Emily and Jacqueline.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Betsey.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Good night, ladies.
Good night.
Bye.